you today because today is the beginning of a new month. Obviously, we're starting into a new programming for October, but as well, I have some really exciting news because we're jumping into our Discover Wellness second annual lifestyle challenge. So that's kicking off on Friday. And so this video is going to end up in two places: on the Discover Wellness Instagram page, and then also in the Facebook group. So head over, make sure if you haven't signed up and registered to join the Facebook group for the new lifestyle challenge, go ahead and do that and jump in. Challenge is starting on Friday. And so every day for the next 30 days. So from the 15th to about the 12th of November, we're going to have a daily post, picture or video with a lifestyle challenge for you to partake in. And then everybody that participates has the chance to enter to win a grand prize, which is two Discover Wellness gift cards valued at $100 each. So two of those. And how you participate is just by simply engaging and participating with the contest as we go along. So as we post the challenges, whether it's a post or a video, you upload your post or your video, and you get 1 point every time that you do that you upload and show that you've completed the lifestyle hack or habit that we've shared with you for the day. So simple as that. Fun, exciting, easy to do things that take generally less than 5 minutes of your day. Post a video, post a picture, let us know that you did it. Use the hashtag DW Lifestyle Challenge, and that's it. You get your point. At the end of the month, whoever has the most points is going to be the one that wins those two 1-hour gift cards valued at $200. So very, very exciting. And so here today with you guys, just wanted to share with you a few tips to make sure that you're as successful as you can be in the challenge. So if you're seeing this on the Instagram page, again, make sure you head over, join the Facebook page so you get access to see all of the videos that we're posting as the month goes on. If you're seeing this from the Facebook group, welcome. So excited to have you guys jumping in and joining the challenge here early and ready to take advantage of all the bonuses that we have for you guys in the Facebook group. I want to share, like I said, three secrets for you guys, or three tips to help make sure that you make the most out of the challenge in the coming 30 days. And so I've got them written down here on the whiteboard so I don't forget. But the first one is, what do you want to achieve? Okay, this is so important because this is a really expanded challenge this year. We have 4 different categories. We have nutrition, we have mindfulness, we have mobility, flexibility, as well as just general fitness and strength training. So 4 different categories. That way we cover a wide variety of lifestyle habits that will hopefully be helpful and effective in your guys' lives. But consistent, being focused, being narrowed down, and being really consistent about what you want to achieve and how you're going to get there is so important. So before you get started, really think about what you want to get out of this. Are you looking to maybe tweak or improve some of your nutrition habits? Is it your fitness that you want to improve? Or maybe mindfulness, mental health stuff is where you want to focus your time, or maybe it is stretching and mobility. And not to say that having goals or interest in all 4 of them is bad. If you see that you're doing well with all the different challenges as they show up, amazing. That's so exciting. But I don't want you to feel like you're overwhelmed and you have to get up at 3 o'clock every morning and do 25 different lifestyle hacks to make the most of the challenge. Absolutely not. If you find one that works really, really well for you, then I would say that our goal is accomplished with this challenge. We did what we set out to do, which is to serve you guys better and help kind of layer on some extra lifestyle habits that augment and improve the experience you get by coming in for your massage appointments with us. So think about it. What do you want to achieve? What is the one thing that you want to get out of this? If you imagine yourself 30 days from now and you're doing one habit, or one thing is a little bit better, a little bit more in line with what kind of where you see yourself going, what would that be? And why I wanted to bring this up is because a lot of times you think like, okay, like I'm going to eat well, or I'm going to exercise more often, or whatever it is. And so that's kind of a top layer view on how this is all going to work, right? You kind of got this outside thing of it's a thing that you're doing. That's how you're describing it. But what about if you were that person? And so instead of saying I'm going to eat well, or I am a healthy eater, see the difference there? So all of a sudden, or like I am an athlete, or I am athletic, all these things where you describe exactly who you are at your core instead of just a thing that you do or that you're doing for the time being kind of thing. It's so much more valuable when you think about it that way, because then the first time you wake up and you're tired, or the first time that you're hungry and there's a chocolate bar sitting on the counter, or the first time that you're feeling a little bit down on yourself and then you kind of just forget about all the mindfulness stuff that we're sharing with you and you just kind of sink into this spiral of negativity and you're kind of stuck feeling bummed out for the whole day. That happens, right? That's totally a thing that is going to happen at some point in the 30 days. It's not going to be entirely easy all the time. It wouldn't be worth doing if it was easy all the time, right? There's going to be challenges and there are going to be roadblocks. And so if you identify yourself at the beginning of the challenge as the person that shows up and does these things every day, then it's so much easier when it's like, I don't really feel like working out this morning, but I am athletic, or I do run, or I do stretch, or I am a healthy eater, so this is what I do. It's not something that I have to do, or this new thing that I'm trying out for a bit. It is me. This is what I do. And so thinking about having that belief that identifies who you are, and thinking about it in that sense, every time you do something, it reaffirms that you are that person as we go through the challenge is so powerful. So not just thinking about, I'm going to eat vegetables for the next couple of days. Like, I am a healthy eater. I eat vegetables. That's what I do. Or instead of being like, I'm going to try this stretching program for 30 days, like, I am somebody that cares about my flexibility. That's who I am. That's an important part of me. Thinking about what one belief that you can carry through with you for the whole 30 days, the one thing that if you could change, if you could make that part of your identity by the end of the 30 days, you feel so proud of yourself and so accomplished. What is that thing to you? Write it down and use that statement, I am a ... and figure out what that would be. Next up, number 2 is make a plan. And so the sentence underneath, make a plan, I will at ... in ... is called an implementation intention. Because here's the thing, right? Is we all start off with the best of intentions. I'm going to be, I am a really healthy eater. I eat really healthy all the time. And then all of a sudden you wake up, it's about 45 minutes before you got to get out the door for school or for work. And there's nothing healthy in the fridge. And guess what? It takes a long time to cook vegetables. They aren't ready anywhere near as fast as the Tim Hortons drive-thru or McDonald's drive-thru is in the morning. So all of a sudden, there you are going to school, there you are going to work, and you got the McDonald's or the Tim Hortons instead of the fresh cooked vegetables that you had envisioned for yourself. So you got to make a plan, right? If you want to be committed to eating vegetables, if you want to be committed to doing stretching in the morning or in the evening after you get home from work, whatever it is, you got to make that happen. And so by being clear about when you're going to do these things, it just sets you up to be that much more successful. So again, to pull this back up again, I will cook my vegetables in advance at 2:00 on Sunday afternoon in my kitchen. Now you know when it's going to happen. And if you show up at that time, block it off in your schedule, make sure you don't have any other commitments or move it around if something comes up. All of a sudden, now you know that you have a time set aside to go and do that thing you need to do to make sure that you're leaning in to this new belief that you've chosen or used to describe who you are. So not only do you believe, or you're setting yourself up to believe that it is part of who you are, but now you also have a time set aside every week to make sure that it happens. So it's scheduled. You believe that it's an important part of who you are. And number 3, the last trick or tip that I've got for you guys today is track your progress, right? So you can print a monthly calendar, you can use paper clips or rubber bands, all kinds of different ways of going about doing this. But another thing that's going to happen is as soon as the first time that you meet some resistance and it doesn't happen, and maybe it's totally outside of your control. You have the car breaks down, so you're spending the evening at the garage getting your flat tire repaired instead of going home and doing the meal prep you plan to do. Whatever it is, it could be outside of your control and you miss the workout or you miss the stretch or you miss the journaling that you said you're going to do. That's okay. The better, more important thing to focus on than having 100% consistency and never missing a single day this month is how often did you do it? You miss 1 day, you miss 2 days, you miss 3 days. I don't care. As long as the next day after you miss it, you make sure you come back and do it again. Have that be your commitment to yourself, that I'm never going to miss 2 days in a row. If I miss it once, I'll show up and try it again the next day. And so the calendar is really helpful for that. You print off a paper calendar, and every day that you do it, you check. And your goal at the end of the month is not any number of times, right? It could literally be every other day the entire month, and you would still feel good about it because you never missed twice. That should be, or is a really helpful way of thinking about it versus saying I have to be 100% compliant or consistent with my new habit that I'm trying to take on, because it's never going to work out that way. Life always finds a way of getting in the way. And then the other one I suggest, the paper clips or the rubber bands, like these can be really easy things, right? Like if your goal is, you don't drink enough water. And so your commitment to yourself is I am somebody that drinks water every day. I'm a water drinker. That's what I do. That's my belief about who I am. And so I've got this water bottle and I'm going to fill it up every time it's empty. So when my water bottle is empty, I will fill it up at the water cooler in the office. There's your implementation intention. And you want to say drink 5 cups of water a day. So, okay, you've got 5 rubber bands on your wrist, or maybe you've got 5 paper clips that sit on the left side of your desk when you start the day. And every time you fill the water bottle up, you move the paper clip over. You take the rubber band off one wrist and put it on the other wrist. Just a way of tracking and keeping yourself accountable. So at the end of the day, when you get home, if you still got 4 rubber bands on your wrist, or when you're leaving work at the end of the day, if you still have those 4 paper clips, you only had 1 glass of water. So you better get your butt in gear and get some water going for the rest of the afternoon when you get home, right? It just kind of reminds you where you're at. Or to flip it around, you get all those done, then either you do a little bit of bonus or you're like, hey, I did a good job. I got done what I wanted to get done today. So just tracking and making sure that you're holding yourself accountable to whatever you set yourself up to do, so valuable as well. So I always try and keep these under 10 minutes. We're going to run over a little bit, but hopefully you guys can feel that I'm really excited about this, because having really helpful systems around your habits is so important for making these changes a little bit more permanent. So as a recap here, we have 3 tips or 3 suggestions. So be clear what you want to achieve and make sure that you describe that achievement that you want to accomplish as an I am ... instead of I do or I will have this thing. Make it about you, who you are. And then that way, every time it happens, it's reaffirming that statement about who you are as a person. Have an implementation intention. So get clear about when you're going to do it, where you're going to do it, and what it is that you're going to do. Write that out. Make sure that the time is blocked in your schedule. And if something comes up that gets in the way, reschedule it to another time that you're free. And finally, tracking your progress, whether that's checking off the dates on a calendar and having that commitment to yourself to not missing doing your habit 2 days in a row, or it's something as simple as, paper clips or rubber bands on your wrist or paper clips on the desk, and just keeping track of those throughout the day to make sure that you hit whatever it is. Maybe it's drinking water, or maybe it's eating snacks, like healthy snacks, instead of having chocolate bars and different things throughout the day. Or maybe it's getting up and stretching 5 times throughout the day so your back's not really sore when you've been at the desk all day typing away, right? There's so many applications to this. And so over the next 30 days, we're going to share with you guys all kinds of really accessible, easy, fun lifestyle habits that maybe you know, maybe you haven't seen yet, and you get to try. But at the end of the day, all I want you to be able to say you've done at the end of this is pick one thing that you're really excited about and make a committed effort over the next 30 days to seeing that through. And if you're following along, you're posting the videos, posting the pictures, using the hashtag, then you got a chance to win a couple of gift cards at the end of the month, which is pretty exciting and pretty cool. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Looking forward to seeing you guys on Friday for the first video being posted. That's coming up in 2 days. So make sure you're in the Facebook group, following the Instagram page there, and ready for day 1 on Friday. Is going to go first thing in the morning before you head into work. So you have the chance to do it then if that is your time to make it happen. So 2 days and counting. Thank you very much. As always, we look forward to seeing you again next week for the whole month of October. We're going to kind of continue on with these tips that kind of build and layer on to the lifestyle challenge. So the habits are coming up every single day. And then every Wednesday, 2:00 in the group, as well as on the Discover Wellness Instagram page, you're going to get a chance to hear these live videos where we kind of go through and add a little bit of theory or a little bit of extra tips and tricks on top of the challenges that go out every day. So take care, guys, and we'll see you back here, same time, same place, Wednesday.